Hello YouTubers! I'm not a regular maker of videos on YouTube. I'm probably not very good at this either, so I apologise, but I really felt a need to make a video because I bought a Fjällräven Kanken rucksack from a website which I believe to be a Fjällräven website called fjällrävenkankensale.co.uk. Despite appearances, and me taking due caution, this website has turned out to be supplying customers with fake Kanken rucksacks. I am really disappointed and frustrated by this experience because I wanted to buy a genuine Fjällräven Kanken rucksack because I really respect how great Fjällräven products are. I own a G100 rucksack of theirs. I have done for about a year. I find it really waterproof and durable. It was a really good investment because I know I'm going to have it for years to come. I decided to buy a Fjällräven Kanken rucksack thinking it'd be good for about town where I live in London. The rucksack on the right is the fake. The one on the left is a Bonafide Fjällräven Kanken rucksack. This was purchased from Brokedown Palace in Spitalfields Market. I really want to thank the Brokedown Palace for all their advice and support today. They've given me lots of ideas about how to proceed in telling people about this fraudulent company and the general market for fake Fjällräven Kanken rucksacks. So, to begin with, this rucksack on the right, by the way, they are two different colours. They're supposed to be the same colour, which is burnt orange, but the fake on the right is quite a bright orange, where the one on the left is a really nice sort of umbery, clay, terracotta, rusty tan orange, I suppose. But they are supposed to be the same rucksack. So the first thing you're going to notice is the colour is quite bright on their fake one. So zooming in closely on this fake, one of the first things on the, apart from the twine actually being really different, this twine is quite thin and rubbish. The one that comes on Fjällräven is actually brown, well spun twine, whereas this is like a thin shoelace. But you can see on the labels, the fake just has this sort of red by appointment to His Majesty the King of Sweden. The real one has colour on it. We can see just there. It will focus, it's a bit shiny. There you go, it's got the proper crest of the appointment of the King of Sweden. And they're slightly different labels. This one says Kanken, that one says Fjällräven.com. But it's quite a convincing fake label. And I understand that there are labels across different editions of the bag anyway. On the back, you can see that this has the colour. And, sorry, it's brick. It says the colour is not burnt orange, which is perhaps what I said. And it has the number and a barcode. The fake has nothing like that. So, the first thing I noticed that alerted me to the fact this was a fake is when it arrived much later than I expected, the packaging said very clearly that it had come from China. China has a huge market for fake goods. The black market of these goods tends to fuel other kinds of crime, and so I've been told. So it's really important that we don't encourage this kind of activity because lots of other bad things happen from the money they make selling these counterfeit goods. But the second thing that happened is when I opened this packaging that had come from China, I found my rucksack was there, and I thought to myself, either Fjällräven have really sold out with their fashionable Kanken brand, which I didn't think very lightly because I think so highly of them, or this is a fake. The reason I thought that is the material. It is so thin. This is not durable at all. This is slightly, you can see how slightly shiny it is perhaps, and just you can scrunch it up. It's so thin. This isn't at all like the Fjällräven things that I've viewed before, which are quite thick and tough, and you get the sense you could really get some wear out of them. And on opening it up, the second thing that really alerted me was this. Now, when I got my other Fjällräven rucksack, the G100, I really noticed how beautifully finished it was. Everything was well bound, there were no loose edges, there was braiding on the sides, it was just perfectly made. I was so pleased with it. Even, you know, I spent a lot of money, and this is what I expect from the Fjällräven company. This is not what I expect. This is horrendous. This is all loose, poorly finished. The zip is actually quite weak. It's quite flimsy. And the stitching here, it really isn't up to Fjällräven standards at all. And this is all quite shiny and uncomfortable, sort of nylon material. Fjällräven make their Kanken rucksacks out of recycled material, so it's very tough and it's also comfortable. This is neither of those things. But I didn't know, is this a fake? I had to look at other comparison videos. Thank you to everyone who made those, because I wasn't sure, because the zips say, is it going to focus? Fjällräven. There are buttons. And on the back it has the number, which I can't remember what the number is. It's WASA 6. So, which is supposed to make them genuine. This is supposed to mean a Bonafide product. A lot of effort's gone into making this bag look genuine, but this isn't going to last. This isn't water resistant. This is going to tear. This won't take the weight of your things. It doesn't sit as nicely as the real product either. The stitching just isn't as strong. The genuine Fjällräven has nice Z stitches on the side, although these hasn't. The thread is much weaker, and the fabric much weaker. This is a fake. And one of the things, this doesn't reflect. It's supposed to reflect, as many people say in their comparison videos. It looks similar, but it doesn't quite reflect in the same way. You can tell from the overall quality this is a flimsy bag. It's a copy. The stitching on the side isn't deep here either. You'd really struggle to get a water bottle or a flask in here. Same with the front pockets. There's no real give or shape to the pockets. And here, although the labels do look very similar to the real one, which I'll show you in a minute, there is no Swedish flag. Now in the real one, as with all Fjällräven bags, there is always a little Swedish flag. A little fabric Swedish flag. There it is. And so the labels do look similar. I'll pull them out there. They do look similar. The information on them is similar. The code on them is similar. But look at the stitching. This is the real deal. See, it's got the braiding there. It's all contained. It's made to last, this bag. And it's contained within this material with double stitching. There is good capacity in this bag. There is depth. As you can see, this material is much nicer material than this rustly, shiny stuff. This is like camping material. This is very nice. This is good polyvinyl material. You can see the quality of the stitching, which is less so in the other bag. And just drawing out so you can see better both of them. This is not the worst fake that I believe is out there. I have heard that the best fakes are actually made in factories supplying Fjällräven, which is why they have some of the materials to hand. Fjällräven are not always aware that this is going on, so it's good to report it when you can. The other thing that's a noticeable difference, I mean, before I move on to that, let me show you this fabric. You can hear it, I hope. It's tough fabric. This is good fabric. This is polyvinyl, recycled from road surfaces, I believe. And you can see the stitching. This has got depth to the pocket, and on the sides, you could easily put a flask in there, or a bottle of water, anything you like. Really strong back, good shape, really good stitching, which is so important if your bag's going to take any kind of weight regularly. I even think the capacity of the real bag may be better. And also the mat that you always get in Fjällräven products. You only get the basic mat in the Kanken, but this is quite a reasonable thick material. Whereas the one in the fake is so flimsy, it looks like a piece of throwaway packaging that might come with eggs or avocados or something. It was all torn at the edges, it's all crinkled. Yes, you can this one's and this one stays nice and solid. So these are the two. Supposed to be the same rucksack, they're not the same rucksack. As I said it before, this one is from the Brokedown Palace. They're an official Fjällräven Kanken vendor. This one is from Fjällräven Kanken sale.co.uk, who are shipping from China. Fjällräven, it's worth saying, do not have cheap outlet stores. They sell just from their website and from official vendors, approved vendors on the street. So be really careful who you buy from. It's so easy. I was easily duped into this site thinking it was real. It looked real. It had the logos. It was laid out like the Fjällräven site. They don't accept returns. They only do exchanges. They won't accept returns on the basis that you're unhappy with the standard of the product you've received. It's not worth taking the risk. This bag here was £20 more expensive. This bag here is likely to break in a very short time. This one is, I'm probably going to have this bag for years. And when you wear them, you feel the difference. So, I hope this video has been useful. I'm sorry if I haven't presented it well. As I said, this isn't a skill of mine generally. I just wanted to do something to alert people to this forging practice of Fjällräven bags, which costs people money. And it just leads to disappointing and frustration when you can't get you can't address the source of the problem. There's not much you can do to change it. You can write to the Department of Trade and Commerce in China if your bag has come from China, to make a complaint, to have it investigated. You can try and speak to your bank or PayPal to have payments reversed if vendors won't get back to you. Some people aren't even aware the bags they've got are fakes, because the fakes can be very good, and the one I've got here is very good. But there is nothing like a real Fjällräven Kanken rucksack, or a Fjällräven rucksack of any kind. I think they're really wonderful company to buy into with great ethical sourcing. And yeah, I hope this has been useful. Thank you very much. Bye.